Hello and welcome to Extra Credit, the McAllen ISD podcast that takes a close look at programs that benefit you and your family. My name is Ali Bettis, I'm your host, and my guest today is the director of McAllen ISD's Career Technical Education Program, Mr. Leo Saenz. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, it's a pleasure. So let's go ahead and just start at the top. What exactly is Career Technical Education, or CTE, as most people know about it?
Sure. So CTE is a continuation of programs. It's a program that you would take that affords you the opportunities to continue your education, whether you want to go or enter the workforce, right, in a career or post-secondary education.
Like, are these programs only for high school students, or does it go into younger grades?
No, actually, we have some, like 95% of our 8th graders are in a CTE course right now.
Oh, wow.
So we're looking to maximize those. We might even dive into 7th grade.
I know McAllen ISD offers a lot of programs. What would you say is some of the more popular ones?
So we offer like 22 programs of study. And, some of the more popular ones are business, health science, and agriculture. Those are the ones you hear about most.
Oh, yeah. I always see posts online about agriculture. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know, they actually travel to, this, little farm area.
Oh, yeah. We have our own little farm up on the north side of town. And it's a really cool spot. When it was built, the new one, it has a classroom in it. So now we do vet tech there. And we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Oh, vet tech?
Cool.
Okay. So kind of speaking about that, actually, do students get hands-on experience with these programs?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Speaking of the vet tech, that's, the kids get to do stuff there. The teacher, Mr. Denny, affords them the opportunity to not only learn from him, but also to do hands-on. They actually had a baby over the cold spurt. Okay. I think in December we had a baby cow born there. So that was really cool. But you see some other stuff like some of our career prep classes and other classes that go actually out. You see our health science classes that go to the hospitals and stuff like that to go visit. Pharmacy tech kids go to pharmacies to practice. So all those things are afforded to them.
I know some of my friends who are taking the teacher.
Yeah, the teacher preps as well. They go to the and things like what you're doing right now. You're practicing your craft right here. Kind
of with that, these are sort of opportunities you would say is students can use to gain this sort of work experience.
Sure, yeah. A lot of our students right out of high school, they get a job. A lot of times, I got a great examples, for some of our pharmacy tech kids, they get jobs at the pharmacy right away. And let's say you want to expand your career, you want to be a pharmacist. So you're going to school. Most of us need money, right? So why not work in something that we're going to go into and gain that experience as well to add to our resume and do all those things. So these are things that are afforded by our school district.
That's very true. I kind of like it because I think it's also a sort of fun and unique experience. You're in high school, you're still a kid, but you kind of get to have that sort of experience. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's really cool. And kind of with that, it's sort of ties into that. You also get I know licenses and certifications are available to you in ways that they usually aren't. Yeah.
So we have over 35 certifications or licenses that are available to students, depending on what program of study you take.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're going down maybe this type of path, maybe you get a certification in video or in Photoshop or something like that. Business kids will get it in entrepreneurship or Word, Excel. Experts, all those different things that are afforded to them. Again, veterinary tech and all these other ones that we spoke about already.
So, with the licenses and certifications, do students have to pay for that themselves?
Yeah, actually, they don't. We pay it. The school district will pay for it. There's licenses that we provide that cost up more than $700. So it's pretty good to have those type of experiences. And then kind of to tie it in all together. If you look at our cosmetology program, you were not to take that and you wanted to go in that route after you graduate. That could easily cost you $40,000.
Guys, take advantage. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of students, here, I always hear about it. They love to compete. I always hear about competitions for FFA and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Does CTE offer opportunities for students to participate in these competitions?
We pretty much encompass anything that has to do with our programs of study. So, FCCLA, which is more of hospitality type programs. You hear the HOSAs, which is health occupations, BPA, DECA. Those are more business centered. Of course, FFA, like you mentioned, Skills USA encompasses a lot of different things. That's probably something that you might have participated in. But we have some new ones too. You talked about your teacher friends that want to be teachers. We're actually adding a new one called TAFE, Teachers Association of Future Educators. And then we're also this year we joined a new one that has just been approved by TEA, and that's on the culinary side. And it's an actual culinary competition. So you could have gone through FCCLA to do a culinary type competition. But this is an actual, you go and create the food there, you plate it, and they judge you there. And those are really, really, really cool. And so those competitions are something that we're looking forward to. But it's a tough competition.
Kind of like Chopped.
Yeah, kind of like Chopped, pretty much.
I know McAllen ISD offers state endorsements that students can choose from on their graduation path. Can CTE courses help students earn specific endorsements?
Absolutely. The endorsements are actually aligned to all CTE courses. So any CTE course that you take is aligned to some type of endorsement. So when you select your endorsement, let's say in 8th grade, because it's mandatory, you can have an opportunity to change it right before a certain time frame, but most of the students stick to what they chose.
Yeah.
And all of our programs of study are aligned to one of the endorsements that is available to you. So any of the endorsements that are available to you. A lot of students will say like, hey, I really want to be, let's say, in health science, right?
Yeah.
And so they choose an endorsement that covers health science, but then maybe they might change like, you know what? No, I saw my friend and I really want to do education, right? Or like you, like, yeah, I want to really do. I saw this podcast. Now you can be a part of that, and you can do film and you can do video. Yeah. I want to change. Okay, there's an opportunity. Most of the times we don't like you to change too far in, but closer to maybe your freshman year, maybe kind of that year, just for the reason that you would have to end a course. So what we're trying to accomplish in CTE is to have you finish a whole program of study.
Yes.
Why? Because if you're just exploring all over the place, you really don't get that certification. And like you mentioned, you might take a certification that's dealing with what you're doing right now, but you might enter a whole other career. Yeah. But guess what? They're going to say, that student successfully completed this program. They can successfully complete our program.
What can students or parents do to find out more information about these programs?
Yeah, we have a lot of information on our website at McAllenisd.net. And so you can look for a career and technical education page. You can also, as a parent or as a student, go visit with your school counselor. Or we have CTE counselors at every campus. And so we have those specialized counselors that, thanks to the school board and our superintendent, that afforded us that opportunity to have those folks there. Mm-hmm. And those are there to support you. And we also have coordinators that are aligned to each of the schools, and they're vertically aligned. So there's a CTE coordinator that's aligned specifically for, let's say, Rowe in your case, right? Mm-hmm. And then they would be aligned to your middle schools that feed Rowe, and then the elementaries as well. And so we're trying to push it all the way down to elementary so that our students at the elementary can start seeing what's available to them at the high school level, and they can start preparing for those as well. So yeah, you can find a lot of information out there.
Yeah, I do remember like in elementary, or mainly a lot with middle school, there was a lot of like the sort of career fairs. Honestly, I think I actually got to go be a part of it for my own club recently in middle schools. And I think a lot of kids get confused with like, oh, is this a job? Because I got a lot of salary questions.
Yes, absolutely. So one of the things that we're trying to expand is not only to do the career fair, because I feel that's a 1 or 2 day thing. We want to make sure that we provide the students at the elementary level also something that says like, hey, this is it. And we want to take you to show off you to them, because most of the times it'll be like, I know her, she's from my neighborhood, or she's my sister, my cousin, somebody. So it's easier for you to sell it than me, because they don't know me. I'm just an older guy.
Helps like that sense of familiarity a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's about all the time that we really have. Mr. Sines, thank you again so much for being here and explaining what CTE is all about.
Sure. Thank you for the opportunity. Love meeting with you, everybody, and love sharing the information about CTE here at McAllen ISD.
That's the extra credit for today. Thank you guys so much for watching.